St. Patrick's Day is a special holiday celebrated all over the world, recognizing the country of Ireland, Irish culture, and its people. On March 17th, most countries have some sort of parade or festival held in honor of St. Patrick and the people of Ireland. But many people from other countries in Asia and the Middle East and South America might not know this holiday. So this is a great opportunity for us as English teachers to share this culture with our students. 10 St. Patrick's Day activities and games that you can play in your classroom. Ireland and St. Patrick's Day fact sheet for traditions and vocabulary. Before you start your class, you have to share some information with your students, and I'm going to show you 2 ways to do that. The first one is a website with a PowerPoint presentation showing how St. Patrick's Day is celebrated all over the world. I put the link in the description below. I put a fact sheet that you can cut out and you can place the facts all over your classroom. Then you put the students into small groups. Tell them that they have 5 minutes to run around the class and to read all the information they can. This is really fun because the students are very active. They're running around and they have to read and memorize all the information they can. Remember to give them a couple of rules before they start. No shouting, no pushing, no running, no touching the papers. Otherwise you will minus points. This is a great way for students to get information in a fun way. Rainbow race. Now that the students have collected all this information, you're going to have a small competition. Draw a big rainbow on your white or blackboard with a pot of gold at the end. The students in their teams will do a board race. So all of the students will start here and you will ask them trivia questions. And if they get it right, they can advance, and the first team to get to the end wins. Have some candy for the team that gets to the pot of gold first to get the students invested in this board race. Worksheets. I've collected some of the best worksheets, crosswords, word searches, and a mini book that I put for free in the link down below in the description. Limericks. Teach your students limericks and let them write their own. A limerick is a type of poem that has 5 lines with a rhyme scheme that goes A, B, B, A. The rhyming lines usually share the same number of beats or syllables, and they are usually funny or humorous poems, with the last line acting as a punchline. Here's one example. There was a young lady from Leeds who swallowed a packet of seeds. Now this sorry young lass is covered in grass, but has all the tomatoes she needs. Let the students work through this page, look at some of the examples, and then they write their own. Afterwards, they should share it with the rest of the class. The gift of gab. Irish people are known for their wit and humor. Put the students into groups of 4. 3 of the students think of some situation that the other one has to convince them of. For example, the student has to convince their mom to buy them a new pair of sneakers. So they would give all the reasons or promise them something. They have to convince the rest of the group, or you have to convince your friend to share their chocolate with you. Make an excuse to a teacher why you don't have your homework. This can be as creative as they want, so let them think of anything that they should convince each other of. Riddles. I've collected 60 of the most fun riddles that you can play in your class. Also, I'm going to show you how to play it with a grid game. So you can make a grid 1 to 16, 1 to 20, any amount that you want. Write it on the board, and then on a paper, write it for yourself. And on that paper, it'll show you what each number means, but keep that to yourself so that the students don't see. For example, it could be +1. So if they're in a group, it means that they would get 1 extra point, or +2. This could be -1. It's a bomb that explodes. Sword means that they can attack another group and -1 point. Steal means that they can steal 1 point from a group and give it to themselves. And then this is a fantastic one. This is a switch. So if you get this, you have to switch your points with another team's points. This is a fantastic game. The students love it, and you can use it for any topic. How you can play it with a riddles game. You read the riddle. The first group to answer correctly can pick a number, and then they can get points. Irish Proverbs. There are some fantastic Irish writers in history, and with that there's also a lot of wisdom. I've compiled a list of 12 Irish proverbs or sayings. Then I split each proverb in two, into A and B. So cut them all out and hand them to students. Maybe 6 to one group and 6 to another group. Then tell them they have to figure out which part goes with which. Give them a couple of minutes to figure it out and then reveal the correct answer. Once that's done, ask the students to read these proverbs and then guess what it means. It's usually really funny to go around and ask the students, okay, what do you think this one means? What do you think that one means? And once that's done, you can tell them what these proverbs mean. It's a really fun activity for advanced students. Celtic letters. So students write their names using the Celtic alphabet and they copy it, and then afterwards they can also color it in. This isn't a difficult activity, but sometimes it's really fun for the students to create something to take home. I left a link to a website where you can print out each letter of the Celtic alphabet. Ireland, Irish. I was going to say the final one should be students sing Ireland's Call, which is a really great song to sing together and to learn. But something I found a lot of students struggle with is separating a nationality and a country. For example, Ireland, Irish. I live in South Korea, Korean. Japan, Japanese. How can you teach students these? Show them a map and give them a few examples. Then, if you have 20 students in your class, write down 20 countries, cut it out and give each student a random country that they have to secretly read and then hide away. Then ask the students to think of 3 facts about their country. Give each student a paper with every single country that you have on. Then the students walk around and they introduce their countries without saying the country's name to their friends. They can share those 3 facts, or they can give more hints for their friends to guess. Then they write down what their friend's country was. At the end of the activity, ask the students, okay, where is Billy from? He is from Brazil. So Billy is Brazilian. This is a really good way for the students to get comfortable with talking about countries and nationalities. St. Patrick's Day is a great holiday to teach our students about another country's culture. Remember to use days like these to enrich your students' knowledge of the outside world. And tell me, which one of these activities will you do in your classroom?